February, of course, is Black History Month, and we want to celebrate the culture and arts of the community. This month, a new play is set to show the magic at the Magic Theater. We'll be featuring the Bay Area, and it's written by a Bay Area native. It's called Dirty White Teslas Make Me Sad. And this one is about the regentrification of San Francisco and the displacement of the Black community from their own neighborhoods. And here to talk about it is the playwright herself, Ashley Smiley. Ashley, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, and I know you're doing great as you look ahead to the opening of your show. Yes, I'm loving the energy. We got to start by unpacking the name, though. Dirty White Teslas Make Me Sad. Walk us through the inspiration for the title and what it means to you.
So Dirty White Teslas Make Me Sad pulls from a few different things. Initially, I was looking at the influx of white Teslas when they first came around, and I was looking at, they're sleek, they're cute, they're something that's also unobtainable by the average San Franciscan, and I spotted a few that were like filthy, and I was like, oh my goodness, what is it like to kind of have that frivolity? Like, I'm not worried about dirtying up and filthying up this sleek new thing, and no one's going to judge me about it. So I was thinking about that, but also looking at pill culture and finding out that there are different like MDMA pills and ecstasy pills that actually have the Tesla stamp, and that there was one in particular that was a dirty white color that was seen as like extremely dangerous. And so I really have been playing with all the different metaphors that could be. Yeah.
Talking about the play itself, we know that this is set in San Francisco. It's set in Bayview Hunters Point. I know you're a Bay Area native yourself, and you're really looking at the displacement of Black folks, right? The dwindling Black population in San Francisco. It was around 13% in the 1970s, now just hovering around 5% today. Why was it so important for you to look into this topic and to really sound an alarm?
Because I felt like the conversation was very romanticized, right? For this play, we're not talking about, the mass exodus or the push out in grand terms. We're really looking at the individual, responses and the individual experiences of Black San Franciscans who are looking around and realizing that their home is being taken from up under their feet. Right. And this feeling of hopelessness and being uprooted, but not in the kind of like easy terms that we've done before. And, as someone who is born and raised in San Francisco, who's a Black creative in San Francisco, being able to be in the Bayview Hunters Point area and just see the realities of the tension, the realities of the change was really important to me, for folks who may not be a part of those conversations, to actually see what people are going through internally. And so I just felt like that was extremely important to put out there, especially right now in the middle of conversations about reparations, being able to really actually talk about housing, wealth, inequity in this really personal way. Yeah.
That's such a great point, because we talk about these things on such a macro scale, but we have to remember that there are individual people, individual families, and their legacies that are kind of in this larger fabric of the conversation when we look at the displacement of Black folks, when we talk about reparations, trying to bring Black people back to the city and restore that generational wealth that was taken. What do you want people who come check out the show to walk away from?
It's so many things. But I think what I really want them to walk away with is that understanding of the human experience. That this is an internal experience that we are actually going to talk about individuals and that reality. And then to take away that human knowledge, right? I'm hoping that this play really humanizes what is often seen as like a political or economic conversation, and that we actually really start looking at the humanity in it. And other than that, I hope that people understand that I love my city enough to hold it accountable, and that here's an opportunity to start an amazing conversation, a real conversation about what it is we can do for Black San Francisco.
And of course, that conversation starts when the play makes its debut on February the 28th. You can catch it until March the 17th at the Magic Theater. You can get those tickets at magictheater.org. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us, sharing this message, and talking about this play.
Thank you so much for having me. Shout out Campo Santo. I love y'all. And thank you so much. And I hope to see you at the show.
Yes, I would love to check it out. Thank you, Ashley.